of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. A little release to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, what's...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Slips through the line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
You know, after watching that interception, I just want... This kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Back to pass, it's Dampier. That, friends, is a busted play. Complete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Utah.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch. It's great. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Power football with the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking deep. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Now adjusting. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead is 8. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wilson will throw. And the quarterback goes knocked down back at the 13. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day. And maybe Joey Bosa, Chase Young, and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record or something. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lets it fly.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took... Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to them and get them on the perimeter.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wilson to pass. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
This time it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great passes.
Turning on the Jets. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
Wilson will throw. Bring in the heat. This one's complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. You've got to wonder about their confidence at this point in the game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Buys a little time.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he hauls it in at the 30. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry-up. Slides away. Makes the grab on the left. It's a running room. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Making side adjustments here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wilson to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Bentley. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Glover. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Utes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Fights off a defender.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action on first down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Going deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They get him down to this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Got out of trouble and throws. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Crosses midfield. The 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Utes! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTEP. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going up top. He's got it! The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Throws for the tight end. He's open on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
They'll run the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. To the air, it's Sayin. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we driving back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wilson will throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Well, the kicking team obviously missed the fair catch signal. The officials did not. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time. Getting hit as he's trying to throw the football, you've got to protect your quarterback.
Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
13-yard line. 4th down coming up.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the tackle, and he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Sayin. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got it still on his feet. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run play action. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short field. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Can't get him to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Makes the catch. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Starts to scramble to the left. And he goes out of bounds short of the marker. Not close.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
The offense changing the play. off the play fake on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Sends it downfield. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell they're